Okay, so as we see by verse 11 of chapter 34 in Isaiah and verse 17, the ley line is this line of confusion. And those standing stones are what the Bible is calling the stones of emptiness. Now you really need to do some of your own background research to understand here. I'm just really trying to show you at this point where the connections are with the biblical verses to give it some validity and show you that we've got the history is right here in front of your face, who is responsible for this stuff, who is, and what these ancient mysteries really are all about. They're all about control. They're about control of energy, whether it be of a spiritual or of a material nature. It's about control. And these are some of the conditions, or some of the tools that created the conditions for control. When we say ley line, which is really, it's a grid for the manipulation, and the chief goal is control of energy. Now you have to think about the earth. The earth itself, it's like a person. It has an energy field which envelops it. Just like a person has a resonance, a magnetic vibrational resonance that surrounds it, so too does the earth. It has a magnetic field that surrounds it. And there is energy that is permeating at specific locations on the globe due to specific alignments of the geometry that is involved in the very formation of the sphere, and that would be known as circumscribed tetrahedral geometry. And that's where you're going to get the shape of a Star of David, what most of you know, but in reality is really a tetrahedron in its three-dimensional form. Now this is a lot of stuff to go into. I'm not really trying to bog you down right at this point with all of those details. I want to just keep it simple and let you know where you can find this in the Bible to research it yourself. It's going to show you who's responsible. At the same time, you need to just keep the simple fact in mind that the Bible is calling it lines of confusion, which means that's what its purpose is to initiate and create confusion. Now by verse 17 it says that confusion has created division, and from that division they shall possess it forever, from generation to generation. Now that's those unclean birds, which I told you are symbolized as those that would be considered the elite of Hollywood, politics, academia, the occult, whatever. We're going to call them the elite. Okay, and they plan on inheriting the earth in what you would call the golden age, but I'm showing the golden age is really the same thing as the Hebrew kingdom age, and they're both recorded the same way in the Bible. So what we need to do now is show you another place in Scripture where they connect. And we're going to see here from verse 11, this is that they plan on re-stretching out these lines of confusion, resetting these stones of emptiness. In other words, they're going to reconnect the grid back. Okay, you're going to find out that the grid has suffered some destruction and in ancient times. And this is where we're going to get a little bit of that window here. We're looking at Isaiah chapter 61. This is entitled The Two Advents in One. Now we've already looked at this before. I'm going to read it again quickly and you'll see how it connects. And they shall build the old wastes. They shall raise up the former desolations. And they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks. And the sons of the alien shall be your plowman and your vine dresser. So that is the rebuilding of this grid system and these ancient architectures. I'll be back.